did make me pop, and that was the elbow drop by James Creed, as you can see right here. James Creed is somebody we've been trying to get on this podcast for a long time, and ladies and gentlemen, we've been saying his name enough. We got to welcome the best elbow drop in indie wrestling right now, the sharpshooter himself, James Creed. Welcome inside the Paradox, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
Don't worry that you're being recorded.
I'm being recorded. All right. So the year is 1999. I walk into Blockbuster and I look around and I go, you know what? I want a wrestling game. And I've been begging my mom all week because WrestleMania 2000 just came out. They just dropped it. So I said, Mom, we got to go get WrestleMania 2000. I need to play it this weekend. My mom says, okay, don't you like Star Fox though, you loser? And I was like, Mom, this has nothing to do with you and nothing to do with Star Fox. So we make our way to our local Blockbuster. I pick up a copy of WrestleMania 2000. I walk over to the wrestling section and I see they got Beyond the Mat. And what more does 11-year-old need than to watch Jake the Snake pissing in a bucket? So I pick up Beyond the Mat. And I said, you know what? I need a regular movie. And I don't know if you guys remember this movie, but there was a movie called 8 Days a Week. Great movie about a kid who was in love with a girl. He was the loser. She was the hot one. And he sat out of her house for like 8 days in a row. And it was pretty cool. It was a funny movie. And then I go get some candy. And of course, you either got snow caps or licorice. Like, that's it. Those are the only two candies. What are your two favorite candies? You like snow caps there, Noah?
Snow?
You don't like snow caps?
You know, I've never eaten a snow cap in my entire life.
You've never eaten a snow cap in your entire life?
They have mint. I thought they had
pretty
mint.
dope.
They're amazing. One of the best. They rank up there with Mike and Ike's. Some of the best.
I've never had Mike and Ike, and does not attract me at all either.
I like.
What'd you say?
Mike and Ike's are straight.
Mike and Ike's are straight. Mike's not straight, but Mike and Ike's are straight. So anyway, Mikey Slauson, what about you? What year did you walk into Blockbuster, Mike?
A lot of years, but in this scenario, 1998, sir, my favorite year ever.
All right. What video game you picking up?
Bomberman.
Of course.
Because I already own WrestleMania 2000. Or
how'd you own WrestleMania 2000 in 1998?
Wow, you're a time traveler.
Yeah. No, that's why I wasn't renting a wrestling game. It was just Bomberman. I already had fucking World Tour.
There you go. What's your movie?
My regular movie is Monster Squad or Mortal Kombat if they didn't have either or.
Okay.
Either or.
Okay.
And then wrestling VHS, it was SummerSlam 97 for sure.
Well, I gotta take that off to guess the program. All right.
I guess that one very well. I wouldn't be able. I probably wouldn't be able to guess the place, but I know that one very well. Candy, Twizzlers, or M&Ms, dude.
Oh, when I said licorice, I meant Twizzlers. Like that. I hope you guys know that's what
you should always mean. It should never be Red Vines. Red Vines are disgusting.
Red Vines are trash. But I'll take some black licorice. I love black
Oh,
licorice.
see, I never liked that. That grossed me out.
Well, speaking of black licorice, hey Noah.
Before I start, I'm gonna put my headphone in.
Thanks for joining the party.
Yeah.
I gotta get headphones now. What's this headphone party that we're having now?
Well, for me, listening to Joe Rogan, he said a lot of podcasts with 3 or 4 guys on them. He recommends wearing headphones so that way, and Slauson can attest to this from last week's episode, it helps you from speaking over people because you can hear them directly, like you're not hearing it through a monitor or anything like that. So I don't know if when you guys listened to last week's episode of Vic Arson, I know I talk over everybody all the time. I was actually able to tone that back and understand and listen to what you guys are saying, and then I spoke. So we're working on it. Small victories, Thrasher. Small victories.
Okay. Well, you're talking over Noah right now. Because the urine is in pipe can.
This isn't Noah's corner. But go ahead, Noah.
This is not Noah's corner. So my film of the year is 2003. Is a Friday night, and the game I'm renting It's SmackDown. Shut your mouth.
Hell yeah. Great game.
Because that was a solid fucking.
Solid title too. Solid title.
Definitely a solid title, and you can't beat Triple H on the cover like this.
You can't beat Triple H doing anything at all.
You just can't beat Triple H in 2003. Actually,
You could not.
shout out to Booker T.
Shout out. And we're back to Booker T. Wow. How
Booker T. Your ad could go right here. So in the wrestling section, I am definitely going. I'm gonna assume that this is later 2003. But I think I'm definitely going. I'm actually going SummerSlam 02. The wrestling
Good
section.
SummerSlam. Solid SummerSlam. The Brock Lesnar Rock.
Very solid. Yeah, Brock Lesnar Rock. HBK in a Philippians t-shirt. Well, tank top actually. Philippians, what was it, 413 tank top?
Was that the no holds barred match with Triple H?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
the
a
jeans?
comeback.
In
Yeah,
the jeans, right?
with the cowboy.
Yeah, the jeans. Anytime a wrestler wears
Christianity, your ad could go right.
Philippians 4:3. Your ad can go right here.
Just that verse.
Just
holla at us, Scott.
Nothing else. Just that verse. And my regular movie, what was out in 2000? I feel like I was slow on movies at the time. So like I was definitely seeing like Training Day. And that was it's like mind blowing for me.
Just glad he didn't pick like Juice or like Pay It Forward or something.
By the way,
It's paid in full.
no, that was spot on. Philippians 4:13 for sure.
It was 413.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's your candy?
Shout out to Shawn Michaels and Christianity. I at the time I was a big the chocolate covered little cookie dough bites were like revolutionary to me at that time. I had never heard of the likes of such. Like I was used to like corner store candy. Like the second option would have been a Crunch Bar. I was really big on Crunch Bars. They had the Shack. I was really a corporate shill because all it took was a good spokesperson to get me, and it was like, oh, they got Shack. I gotta get a Crunch Bar now.
Dude, Crunch Bars are very underrated. Very underrated.
Solid game. Very solid bar of chocolate.
What about you, Thrasher? You kind of get the idea now, right? You understand what we're doing here?
Mm-hmm.
So what year is it, Thrasher?
1995.
What are you renting for video games?
Well, back then you were allowed to rent video game consoles, and I would be renting Virtual Boy.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh. Very nice. Okay.
I don't know if you guys ever played it. It is it was revolutionary, and it also caused a lot of brain damage.
There you go. What's your
Why did it go? Wait.
What do you mean? Apple just debuted the latest version, did they not?
Like no, you're too young to know what Virtual Boy is.
I've never played it, but I remember thinking that was absurd at the time, so I can only imagine.
It was cool. I mean, they had a cool baseball game, but it was just red and black lines. There was no color. So and it would just go away, like it would just shoot like that way. So
I would throw up, dude.
Yeah, that's what the problem with it was. The concept was ahead of its time.
Dude, I just tried to play
also ahead of the technology
on Nintendo Switch, and I almost threw up. I was like, I cannot handle it now. Like, there's no way. Does not age well.
And at that time, there was really no wrestling games other than like WWF Arcade or in your house. You know, like the one that was like NFL Blitz.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I miss NFL Blitz. What a great game. Just fucking uppercut somebody who's trying to go for the catch. Oh, I
Well,
They
remember
got
back
rid of it
then.
'cause in the last versions of it, you could literally inject the players with steroids.
Well,
Mhm.
well,
Yeah, it
back
was
then
Blitz
in
the League. It got really
'95,
dark.
in '95, back then, what was really big was NBA Jam.
Yes.
Yeah,
NBA Jam Tournament
Heating up,
Edition.
baby. Heating up.
Yes. For the Super Nintendo. That's what I would definitely rent.
There you go. What about your movie? What's your movie?
Oh, Dumb and Dumber for sure.
Dumb and Dumber. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. Very good movie. Very good movie.
Dude,
And your
fucking great
candy.
movie. A fucking wait, what did you say? Did you just quote the movie?
No, I asked him,
I
and your
said, "And your
candy.
candy."
Uh-huh. Well, go ahead. Say your candy. I love that movie. It's great.
I'm actually one of the minorities on this. I like Whoppers.
Whoppers. Good
Okay.
Whoppers are
candy.
actually-
I like actual Whoppers, like Burger King Whoppers.
All right.
Whoppers are the candy is pretty.
All right. So we all had great choices. We're all living in different time periods, obviously, but that is not the show tonight. We are coming up on our time right now as we're recording 9 p.m. and we have a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wrestling Paradox Podcast. What you just heard was our little game, our little opening segment that we wanted to play and kind of let you guys know who we are. You know, you see the beautiful faces. Of course, I'm Daddy Swolsov. That's the prolific Papa Noah King down below me. We got Thrash Daddy and Saucy Slossy. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, tune in, do everything you can. Are you okay? Are you doing the Tua? Are you doing the Tua, Thrasher? What was that?
I'm throwing up my gang signs.
That's the Tua. All right. So tonight we have a special episode for you guys signing in momentarily for us. We don't do 5-man shows often. Obviously, we did one last week with Vic Arson. He was live from Tupelo, Mississippi. Tonight, we have a gentleman joining us out of the south side of Chicago.
I tore my ACL off bone. No meniscus. Doctor said that I'm going to be out. I'm going to need surgery. And I'm going to be out anywhere up to a whole year. When I found out that news, I'm not going to lie, it really made me lose my smile. But that's the bad news. The good news, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be faster. I'm going to be stronger. I'm going to be better than I ever have before.
No way! Are you serious right now? Isn't this too early for him to come back? Oh my god! James Creed is back! My god!
And he'll be joining on us momentarily. So we're gonna wait for that here in a second. So tonight's gonna be fun though, guys. We're doing well. He just texted me. He's getting on right now. You know, we do have our
I thought
guest.
you were doing a really well-timed fucking intro. I was like, is he logged on already?
He's logging in as we spoke. So we are going to do our 4-man our guest of program tonight. It's going to be 4 different episodes on guest of program. And once again, we'll explain the rules to Creed on how the points work and everything like that. So Noah, not
too.
huh?
Is he dishing them out to us?
Yes, he will be dishing them out to one person, or nobody gets the points. We'll see how he reacts tonight. So if you guys want to, hey Thrash, I was just telling everybody if you guys want to get some paper and pen and everything like that ready, just to have it, because we're gonna be doing a guest of program tonight. So, and like I said, we'll have 4 on.
Like to take this time to shout out Tupelo, Mississippi. Your ad could go right here. Anybody within any kind of ad dollars, your ad could go right here.
Literally anything. Whatever you want to promote.
Literally anything.
You want us to get a wife a bitch, we'll do it.
Exactly. Speaking of sponsorship, make sure you guys give a shout out to M&J Ecological 305-697-2258. Take care of all of your invasive species needs. Go ahead, Chris, sing it. I know you want to sing it.
305-697-2258.
305-697-2258. That's Marcus over at M&J Ecological. Give us a call. We will come get raccoons, possums, iguanas, snakes, your kid. If you're tired of them, I will help you remove them. So we're waiting for our guest here. Should be alleged guest.
Allegedly removing.
He texted me signing in, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Password's a little weird to get in here sometimes.
Case sensitive.
So,
somebody joined.
There we go.
Yes.
Give us 1 second here. Stepping into the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Wow. Oh, wow. Do we have a show for you? The one, the only, right out of Chicago, your and mine and everyone else's ARW heavyweight champion of the world, the sharpshooter, James Creed. Welcome back, my boy.
What's up, brother? How are you?
What's up, dude? Yo, good to have you back inside the podcast. Obviously, we've grown a little bit. We have you do know Chris Lawson, Daddy Thrasher up there. Can you see everybody, Creed, or is it whoever talks you can see?
Whoever talks.
Thrasher. Go ahead.
What's going on, man?
What's up, dude? Okay, there we go. I just switched it so I can see everybody now.
You can see everybody. So we got Thrasher, we got the prolific one, Noah King, and we got the one, the only saucy slossy Chris Thrasher. All right, Chris Lawson. Thrasher. All right, so Creed, there's been a lot of demand to get you back in here.
Oh, really?
There's been a lot of demand. I've had people ask me, yo, who was that kid with the elbow drop? And I'm like, oh, James Creed. So we had to get you back in here, Creed, for a couple things, man. And first things first, why don't you, all of our listeners, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on your socials and all that?
I am at the James Creed on everything. Instagram, Twitter, and I even think Facebook, or you can just search up James Creed on Facebook and James Creed on YouTube as well. So I also got a ProWrestlingTees.com. James Creed. So anybody wants to check out some new merch, got that right here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice shirt. Very nice shirt.
Thank you.
We'll
Shout out to Josh Ennis for designing that.
Hell yeah. We'll make sure Slauson gets all the links out there and puts everything on there for everybody. So Creed, what do you got going on right now? As of recent, I believe May 23rd, you have become the ARW champion. How's that changed everything for you, man? Because obviously you're coming off that ACL injury right now. I mean, you're coming off the ACL injury. You're
on May
killing
13th. Yeah, May 13th, I won the ARW Heavyweight Championship. That's one of my home companies. I returned to in January. So I actually got cleared to return at the end of October, beginning of November. But I wanted to take the extra couple months to fully heal up, make sure I was all good. I returned to SCW and attacked the guy who took me out, JPH. Me and him have a little bit of history now, especially down in Florida. Returned in December of last year and took him out. And then in January, I returned to ARW in Indiana Rampage, which is like their Royal Rumble. And to the surprise of everybody, I entered number 2, and I lasted an hour and 4 minutes and won the whole damn thing to become number 1 contender for the ARW Heavyweight Championship.
Nice.
This guy's a monster.
That's a hell of a comeback ride. That's a hell of a comeback ride.
And I put on a lot of freaking size, man. So, I definitely bulked up.
I have a couple questions, all right, because I just watched your Glover match, I believe it was, right? So really quickly, first of all, is 205 a shoot weight? Because you're a thick ass 205.
Yes, yes. I can shoot 205.
Shoot 205. All right. And
I wish I didn't laugh at that so quickly because I'm definitely clipping that sound bit out and leaving it for something later because that was good. Thick ass.
205.
Now, so I really quick just to get everybody up to date, and this is kind of gonna put everybody back in their chair. How long have you been wrestling and training? Again, because we've talked about this before, and I just want to remind you.
Okay, so it's a little confusing because I started at a weird time and with injuries and stuff. So I had my very first in-ring debut match February 24th, 2019. And so I wrestled the whole of 2019, whatever. Then in January is when I actually tore my ACL. I just didn't know it. It was at a training practice, and I did an up and over spot, and I tweaked my knee, and I thought that I had just dislocated my knee, and continued on. Did 2 more shows, and then COVID happened. Everything got shut down, and so I did rehab, whatever, for all of the rest of 2020, and I felt great all of 2021. So I have 2 years, 2019 and 2021, because I don't really count COVID. I don't think really anybody really counts COVID. 2 months, I guess. And in February 2022, I found out that I needed to have knee surgery because I completely blew apart my ACL. And I'll see if I can find pictures of my MRI and of my surgery. I can dig and find those. I think I can find them somewhere. And if I can, I'll shoot them over to you guys, and you guys can show what my ACL looked like and compared to the new one that I had put in, because it was non-existent. It was literally like a little stump. So I had my last match in May of 2022 until January. So total in-ring time, I would say now I'm probably pushing 2.5, 3 years.
3 years, 3 years of in-ring experience, and you put forth the effort. That's what goes into the ring, and that's what you put forth to the fans. And I mean, you caught my eye at a show down here in Florida when in a battle royal when you did an elbow drop, and I turned to Joe and I said, "That has to be one of the best elbow drops I've ever seen." And he goes, "No, it's no." And I'm like, "No, you don't make me pop for just a normal move." And he goes, "You're right. Something's off." And then that's when we introduced each other and everything, and I saw some of your matches, and it shows that if you put the effort in, you're gonna show the fans. And in that short span, you've put that effort in, and you're showing, and what is in the ring is showing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I like to say I bust my ass more than the next guy. But I mean, you hear that all the time. I'm all the time. Are you really though? Every single time these doors are open, and I'll show you the training center here in a little bit. Anytime I have a key to it, because I'm the only other person besides the owner that has a key to it, because I'm the only other person that's dependable to be here every single day that we show up. The only time I miss surgery, or the only time I miss training, is when I had surgery, or when I'm out of town to go to like Florida or Texas for another booking. That's the only time I miss training days. So yeah, I've definitely put the work in, and
yeah, dude. They when they introduced you, before we jumped on, I watched the you versus Glover match, and when they introduced you, they introduced you as the franchise of ARW. And it's almost like you are the franchise of ARW. I don't know what that referee was doing in that match, but I have a couple questions really quick if everybody doesn't mind.
Of course.
about your ring setup there. First of all, do you like the low riding ring more than your average ring of what you wrestle in at CCW or something like that? Because I noticed that ring was a low ring; it was down to the ground.
Yeah.
Do you like that more?
No, I definitely prefer the standard height. I mean, you just have more room, I guess, and it looks more like a wrestling ring, if that makes sense. I mean, that specific ring is probably one of the best rings that I've bumped in, but because of they have a low boy setting on that for that specific venue. But yeah, sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's raining right now. But yeah, so. But no,
Yeah.
I definitely prefer the average size ring over the low boys for sure.
Yeah, real quick, we do apologize if Creed's connection with the video is getting a little weird, guys. So just stay patient on that. We'll get it up there for you.
Sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault at all, dude. We appreciate you just being here for us. You're amazing, bro, and you're one of the up and coming stars of ARW, and I say ARW and I like AR Fox. I'm like, why does my brain do that? Noah, do you got anything for Creed, man? What you got? Because you're an up and coming wrestler too, dude. You're an up and coming. You guys are identical in the ring, or not in the ring, but like your paths and coming up and doing it. Both of you guys are young guys trying to fight in this industry. So what do you have for them? Prolific.
Yeah, I had a question. Just I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's a different perspective, but can you just speak to like that? I guess those emotions, those thoughts of like a wrestler who does take that time off while you're like still in the process of trying to build that credibility, build yourself up, build your, make your name. Like, just what kind of emotions and thoughts go into like you trying to make that return, like, because I mean, I'm sure you can probably speak to it as well, just like, half the time because of the way that, the business is, you don't want to take the time off. You're always thinking like, damn, if I slip up anywhere, like somebody else is gonna, and then I have to like work to rebuild just to get back to where I even was, let alone get back to like trying to, progress from that point. So if you just, speak to that a little bit, what your experience was with that, that kind of part of the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, taking time off sucks so much. I mean, I wrestled with no ACL for 2 years. And then I got told by the doctor that if I put off surgery any longer for another year or two, that I would need a full knee replacement surgery by the time I'm 30. And I'm going to be 26 in September. So to kind of put that in perspective, that was a no-brainer. But after I got the surgery, which is actually coming up in now 9 days, June 15th. It sucked, man. I was already trying to mentally prepare myself as I was winding down with like the storylines I was already in. Just already trying to put myself into that mind state of I'm going to be out for I was preparing to be out for up to a year because I had a pretty bad ACL tear and both sides of my meniscus were blown out. So I already knew that it was a pretty severe ACL injury. The first show that I actually announced that I had to step away and that I was injured was actually 1 year ago this coming Saturday. At ARW, and I had to announce that I had to step away for up to a year. And after that show, man, it took a huge mental toll on me because I still went up to all the shows. I was still there. I still helped out with what I can. But just seeing all the boys and girls doing what they can and putting on a great show and wrestling and doing what they love, and man, it really took a mental toll on me. And then finally, once I got cleared to start working out again, specifically like lifting anything like upper body, chest, uh, that helped a lot because it was just like that month and a half to where you're just laying in bed and you can't do anything. And that's where it hits home the most is you're just laying there and you feel like you're withering away and you can't do anything. And that's where all the depression and all the bad thoughts come in, and you feel like that you're just going to get replaced and that your spot is up. And that's the hard part. And you just have to keep trying to stay positive through it. Luckily, I had a good support system through it all. And my head trainer, Hunter Payne, shout out to him. He helped me stay sane throughout the whole time, and he's actually the one who's been my trainer to help me put on good size too, as well as my wrestling trainer. But yeah, as soon as I got cleared to actually work out, that was the biggest game changer, and that's what helped the most because I was at least doing something. And to me, doing something is better than doing nothing. And then finally, once I got able to start doing bumps, I was busting my ass at physical therapy. I was doing physical therapy 5 days a week, 3 days at home, twice at the actual facility, and doing it twice a day on top of that. So you're looking at 10 times a week, at least doing physical therapy. I was busting my ass to get back to do everything I can to get back sooner. And it paid off because I came back in 7 months and instead of 12 months. So I knocked off 5 months off of my rehab. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Was there a fear? Like, all right, so we've all seen the Triple H King of Kings documentary.
Yeah.
Was there a fear in your mind that, because he said this, was there a fear in your mind that people forgot you or people forgot who you were? And then when you came out, it kind of reassured you of what you were doing is what you're supposed to be doing?
Absolutely. I actually have a good clip that I can show you because I did the lights out gimmick when I returned with to take out JPH in December of last year. And that whole time leading up to it, I'm like, nobody's going to remember me because I was also growing my hair out a little bit. I'm coming back with a little bit of a different look, a little bit more edges, more seriousness side to me. And I was just worried that nobody's going to remember who I am because when I left SCW specifically, I was one of the biggest baby faces that we had, if not the biggest baby face we had. And I was just worried that I would either get booed or the crowd wouldn't remember me and just be silent. I would rather them boo me than be silent because if you have a silent crowd, what are you doing?
You're fine.
Exactly. I would rather have some sort of reaction than no reaction at all. But to my surprise, and it was a very positive reaction. And same thing with at the Rumble because I came back with slightly different music, just a twist to it. But once I came out, the place erupted. So it was a very good feeling.
It's always harder. I've always heard that it's harder to put on a show in front of 20 people than it is to put on a show in front of 20,000 people. Like, because 20,000 people, there's going to be noise in the building. 20 people will fucking tell you if you suck or not. Like, if they're liking the show or not. 20 people, you can hear it. You'll be like, fuck, this crowd's not working it right now, you know? But you get in a bigger arena and you have 300-400 people, that place is going to be rocking. But if you're wrestling in front of 20 people, a little catch match, it could get tough and scary sometimes because you don't know how they're going to react. Saucin.
Exactly.
Saucin, what do you have for our guest?
I have a few things, but I really like well, you were kind of just going off of what you guys were just talking about his comeback and how he kind of switched up his music, and you definitely I feel like your look has grown more into you because I feel like when I first met you, that was like you had a really good grasp on what you wanted to be called, and you definitely had a grasp on your gimmick, and it was coming from you being yourself. Your look now definitely like it grew into that very well, and that's cool to do because you have a am I frozen?
No,
Joe's
you're not frozen. No one's frozen.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I heard somebody say something, and normally if somebody says something, it's because I'm frozen.
You're not frozen.
So yeah, but I think you grew into that super well, both in size, everything, and like you move really well. And I think your size lends to the moves you do and the training you have, because all of your stuff looks very stiff, very crisp. You could tell you work on your footwork and everything. Like that one bump you took off the apron in that championship match. It was the camera angle, and it was you. It was the timing. It just looked like you would watch somebody do that on TV. So like, there's certain things like that I always look at.
Yeah.
And like a lot of my favorite guys are guys that just had the gimmicks for themselves, like Terry Funk. Triple H was a little bit of a gimmick, but it was mostly the guy honored or Paul Levesque doing what he wanted to do. But so I think doing that and being in the indies and having a good grasp on that is kind of rare, because you have guys that bounce around with gimmicks or do things just to get a rise out of people, and being sure in yourself and actually having people gravitate towards that it says everything about you. Everything I just said. Your stuff is crisp in the ring. Your look is natural, so people want to like vibe with it. It's all good, dude. It's nothing but improvement.
Thank you very much, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's two moves and I just discovered one tonight. There's two moves, and one's the elbow drop. Obviously, the elbow drop is disgusting, but a move I saw you do in that Glover match, bro, you gave him a spine buster, and Arn Anderson-esque spine buster, like just fucking smooth, dude. Smooth, like the way you picked him up, brought him down. It was just beautiful, bro. And again, two of my best friends on this podcast are current wrestlers. Well, try to be. I pop when I watch you, bro. Like fucking 12-year-old me popping all over again for Jake the Snake Roberts, pissing in a bucket and beyond the mat. I pop for you, dude. You have brought something back for me in wrestling that I lost a long time ago. And watching you grow up kind of in this business now and catching your matches and meeting you and just, dude, you've been a blessing. You have been one of the purest, coolest people I've met in a lot. And I don't know if it's because I'm fucking designed to live in South Florida where everybody fucking sucks except for the three other people on this podcast. But this place is garbage compared to some of the people. Bro, you are amazing. Just through and through as a person, talking to your family on Facebook when we did our first interview.
Yeah.
And like seeing the support they have for you, that kind of, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree in your family. Like I can see your parents are good people. Your aunts and uncles are good. You are a good person. And just, it's not even so much about wrestling anymore and what you earn in it, but what you deserve, like for all the positive you give out and how much you like props to other people. Like you don't get it back in turn enough, it feels like. And man, you are just so thank you, because I want to say thank you because you made me fall in love with wrestling again in little aspects. And I appreciate that. And the same thing for Thrasher.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Thrasher, me and Thrasher don't shut up. When we talk about James Creed, we could talk like for a little bit, bro.
And that
means a lot to me, man. Thank you.
Well, I think that like Slauson tried touching on that is like it's very few you see a James Creed-esque on the indies. Like maybe one in an area, everything like that. But when you're seeing it, when you're catching it from an out-of-state perspective, it's like, okay, we want more of it. Like, okay, you forget what we have here. We want more of what the real stuff is. We want that fix.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we drive for. We thrive for down here. We want more of that James Creed-esque down here, and we just don't have it.
I appreciate that. I've been trying. Well, now that I came back, I'm actually doing a Gabe Sapolsky seminar. Depending on whenever this airs, it'll be on June 11th in St. Louis, Missouri. So I'm driving about 4 hours, 4.5 hours from Illinois down to St. Louis to go to it. And hopefully that brings up more opportunities for me. I mean, I've wrestled in Oklahoma, Texas, Kentucky, Tennessee, obviously in Florida. I just got done wrestling in Wisconsin this past weekend at Pressure Fest. So I'm always trying to travel more. I'm always trying to get booked other places, and I'm always trying to expand my options, man.
When's the CCW return, bro? That's what we're waiting for. When is James Cree debuting
You tell me.
at Bash at the Brew? When are you coming back?
I've reached out. I've hit up a couple people. I've reached out. Haven't heard anything back. So
I will tell you, James Creed.
Hopefully soon.
If you show up at Bash and you wrestle at Bash, that is the one atmosphere that I don't think you can ever get in a Chicago or anything like that. You're wrestling down in Hialeah in front of the 400 savages. Like it's just a different atmosphere.
It feels like the ECW arena. I've told people multiple times, it feels like the EC. Let me tell you something. We had a match, and it was an anything goes match. It was Vinicius versus Vince Steele. And bro, when I could tell you, these people were picking up the guardrail and slamming it the fuck down and just going crazy.
That's awesome.
Dude,
that is awesome.
Bro, I talked to Vinicius after the match because you know who he is, and I'm like, bro, did you feel that? And he was like, it was amazing. It was one of the best atmospheres we've ever had, just because it's the same people every month. The first Saturday every month, the same 300, 400, 500 people are packing in there. The same people are always in the front row, and man, it is an ECW arena feel because they know what they want. One thing about people in Miami is they know what the fuck they want when it comes to wrestling. You can't bullshit them with wrestling because we had great wrestling in Florida Championship Wrestling, and a lot of the older crowd is starting to make their way back to these shows, and they're getting into it. There's an old man in a wheelchair down there, bro, and he said he gives the bird to every fucking ref. Fuck him. Fuck him. And dude, he's so great. You know who I'm talking about, Thrasher? You know who I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about, man. He's the greatest old man, but he's fuck you. Fuck you. You piece of shit. You slut. I'm like, oh my God, bro. You're talking to Alex Ocean. Calm down.
What?
So, but anyway.
I do want to make a comment because you did bring up moves, Joe. So I just also wanted to shout you out, James. Another proponent of the flatliner, big jumping flatliner guy, myself. So just wanted to shout you out for that. A lot of people, they try to shit on the logic of it. So I just wanted to. Yeah, they be like, oh, well, you're basically bumping yourself. It's like.
So, one thing that I have tried to incorporate with my flatliner that I like to call down the barrel, because when I hit you with it, you're staring down the barrel. I tried to look at it kind of like an RKO, and I like to come up with different ways and unique ways to hit it out of anything. Hit flatliner out of nowhere, down the barrel out of nowhere, or whatever. Actually, in March, me and JPH, we had a coffin match, and he went for a moonsault, and I hit him with a flatliner out of the moonsault. And I'll send you guys that clip. I don't know if I sent it over or not.
I think Joe, did you send that to me, Joe? I think I saw it. It was great.
But then in April, I had somebody jump up and I hit him with a flatliner out of nowhere. And that's just been my thing that I've been trying to incorporate a lot more lately, is trying to be more unique and not just do a jumping flatliner. Because if you're doing everything that everybody else is doing, you're not going to stand out. So that's why I quit doing the sling blade during my comeback. Now I go boom, boom, And if they happen to throw a clothesline, I reverse that into a Russian leg sweep, and then I come off the ropes with a sliding forearm. So, and a lot of people haven't seen that done before, and which blows my mind. But I mean, hey, I'm just trying to set myself apart from what other people are doing. That's why I always like to pay attention and watch what everybody else is doing. So I stay away from that. Like the little Gamengiri kick in the corner that everybody and their mom likes to do now. I used to do that back when I started, and then I sparked myself up to it, and now I don't do it anymore because everybody else is doing it. Why would I?
Makes sense.
Right on.
Dude, are you in a bowling alley or a training facility?
So it's in a big ass pole barn. Do you know what?
Show us around. Show us around. Give us a tour. Welcome everybody to MTV Cribs.
Okay, so this is in the lounge area right now. It's upstairs, and we have a bird's eye view. So,
oh wow!
That's actually JPH in there now. And
JPH sucks. JPH sucks. Tell him I said it.
I got you. And the guy that's on the outside in the big white t-shirt, that's actually Hunter Payne. That is the head trainer. And then the other guy in the ring, that's a new up and comer named Johnny Chaos. He's been making his rounds up here. So,
what's Hunter Payne's background? What's you say he's your head trainer? What's his background, dude?
So he started in Windy City Pro Wrestling with Sam DeCero. He made his debut in the mid to late 1990s. And when he first debuted, he first started under a couple different gimmicks, whatever. But he finally found his bread and butter as Balthazar. And he ran with that until he left Windy City in like 2010-ish. And then eventually he came up with Hunter Payne. And now he's Hell's Cowboy Hunter Payne. But he's helped train. I don't know if you guys know who Marche Rocket is. He's been on NWA lately. But he's had a hand in training Marche. Marche was actually on Impact a few years ago. And now he's in the NWA now. And he's definitely had his hand in help training a bunch of people up here, at least. There's this really over babyface under the name Sean Mulligan. He was also in Windy City too, and he helped train Sean. And Sean's great guy. I wish that he could travel around more too, but he's primarily just up here now. So, but yeah.
I'm sure I speak for all of us when we all hope we see Hunter Payne at WrestleMania hoisting your arm. As the boyhood dream comes true.
That would be awesome, man. That would be really awesome.
So you're sticking around with us, right? You're gonna play our games with us. You're gonna have some fun.
Of course.
Oh yeah. Do you have a piece of paper and pencil in front of you?
I can use my phone.
All right, I'll give you.
We take the SATs after every topic.
So I want to give a shoot back to the old Wrestling Paradox podcast when it was just me and Thrasher running this, and I think Thrasher knows what question I'm going to. We haven't asked this question along. Oh yeah, we're gonna ask you.
Oh yeah, I already know. I already thought about asking it.
Yes. Are you talking about WWE versus AEW?
Yeah.
All right. Same contracts, matching days, matching money, winning exactly the same, losing exactly the same. Who you signing with? AEW or WWE? WWE. Why?
Only because I like the product that they've been putting out over the AEW product right now. I love storylines. I love to get invested and throw myself into a good storyline. for example, at ARW specifically off the top of my head, because it's the most recent one. Me and Nick Cutler, the guy who I just beat for the ARW Heavyweight Championship, we were in a 2-year long story. When ARW first came back out of COVID, it was, I don't know the exact date, but it was the second Saturday of May in 2021. And the very first main event of ARW coming back was James Creed versus Nick Cutler. And then we faced again. He went over me that time. And then we faced again in September of that same year in a first round qualifier for the vacant ARW Heavyweight Championship. And I first round eliminated him. And a lot of people considered it an upset because I was the underdog going into it. And then I eventually went on to beat Ivan Manson in the finals. Ivan Manson being another longtime Windy City guy that Hunter Payne actually knows very well. And I beat Ivan Manson in the main event for that. And everybody forgot that Nick Cutler had the ARW Golden Ticket, which is like the WWE's Money in the Bank, anywhere, anytime. And he cashed in on me right after. So after I had won the ARW Heavyweight Championship for the first time, I won it for all about 3 minutes, maybe. And then I got screwed out of my rematch that I had with him the following month in February. And then 3 months later, I had to have surgery on my knee in 2022. And then all of 2022, he held the championship. I won the Rampage in January and had been fighting every other obstacle that was in my way until May. And then that's when I finally beat him, which in May was not the day, but to the show was that the 2-year anniversary that me and Cutler had first ever locked up. So a 2-year long story, and I love good stories. So WWE for me.
All right. Well, I have to ask you. So AEW, what they tend to do is when they go to a city, they use the independent wrestlers, indie wrestlers in the local area. With them coming up to Chicago so often because of CM Punk and everything else and just going in those general areas, has anybody from ARW or your other indie companies been called to do side work for AEW, bullshit jobs, passing out flyer? Have you guys, anybody gotten that call yet to try and get in there and do a dark match or a squash match?
I've known a couple people up, like some of my Wisconsin buddies, and even a couple Illinois, upper Illinois, or northern Illinois people that I know of. And the person that I really know is JPH again. So he's gotten the call a couple times, and he's done a couple dark matches up there for them. So.
All right. Hopefully, like we said, you get those calls and that shit starts coming in, man, because we have a friend, Cameron Stewart. I don't know if you know who he is or not. Only Cams. You know Cam. Awesome. That's fucking dope. You know Cam. And Cam was one of the few wrestlers when the Wednesday Night Wars was going on. He was actually on both shows in the same night.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, Cam was on a taping for NXT, and he was live on Dynamite, which was really cool. I think he's awesome. Like one of 5 people in history to be on 2 different shows in one night. Like Rick Rude was obviously the first one.
Yeah.
What did you say,
that Kelsey Heather.
Yep, she did. So that's always a cool thing to see. So Cam is getting that call, and I watched Cam went from Cameron McLeod Stewart, CMS to what he is now.
I forgot about that.
And he was just so amazing. He was another wrestler that made us pop, and me and Thrasher instantly fell in love with this kid. I mean, like 2 of my favorite wrestlers coming out is you and Cam. Like you guys are just awesome to watch. And it's
Well, maybe
so
that'll
fun.
be the WrestleMania match.
You never fucking know.
Hey.
And at that point, AEW and WWE will be owned by the same person. So AEW will have Cam, Creed will be WWE, and they'll be wrestling each other at WrestleMania Double or Nothing 2028. So anyway, I'm excited for your futures, man, and I truly hope you get everything that's deserving and everything you've earned, man, because from the bottom of my heart, you made me fall. And I know I'm just basically fucking, just popping over and over for you. And that's fine. I don't care. Somebody made me fall in love with wrestling again. I'm going to fucking push at it. Yeah, dude, 100%.
I'm glad that I can do that for you. That's awesome.
You have no idea, bro. So we're going to, do we have a Prolific's Corner this week? Do we have Noah's Corner? Noah? It's up to you. It's your call.
No.
No? All right, we'll give Noah's Corners a So really quick, just so you're aware, Creed, there's 3 different spots on the show. We do our opening segment, talk for like a half hour, and then we do what we call Noah's Corner. And that's kind of like Corny's Corner. I don't know if you remember Corny's Corner from back in the day, but Noah's Corner, he gets 3 minutes to rant. We all shut up, get it off his chest, and then we move on. And Noah's Corner is proudly sponsored by E&J. So E&J Brandy, go ahead, Noah, tell him.
That's awesome.
E&J Brandy, as always, go down to your local liquor store, step over that piss puddle, kick that can of Bush Light out of the way of the door, go to about the second shelf, grab yourself a bottle of E&J Brandy. We have some amazing Grand Blue here. VSOP, pour one up with the boys.
Or what up with if anybody doesn't realize yet, he cracks a new bottle every week. So he's drinking that fucking thing throughout the whole week. He's cracking a new bottle every week, guys. Unless he's just gluing that top and putting sweet tea back in there.
What do you mean? He's sponsored. He gets a case mailed to him all the time.
Yeah, they sponsor his alcohol.
Actually don't get a case. E&J, please start sending me cases. It would be very helpful to my wallet.
That's his Noah's Corner, is to beg E&J.
It's just beg E&J. E&J, what would you like me to put in a message and email? I can send you my address. I can set up a P.O. box if that's what you need. I don't have one, but I will gladly set one up.
Send him a dick pic. It might work. All right, so
I don't think that's gonna get it done.
All right, Thrasher, are you ready, Thrasher, for our favorite time of the week? Noah, give me my introduction.
No shit.
No, I was just saying that so Mike can edit it in. Yeah, Mike, edit it in because I love the first one.
Put it in post.
Yeah, we have one. Noah created it.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
In the moment.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your favorite part of the show. Guess the program.
All right. Cut back in. So anyway, welcome back to Guess the Program with your boys, the 3 dads in a batch, joined in with James Creed. All right, Creed, you are our special sharpshooter guest of the weekend, Sniper City guest of the weekend. Do you want to start with pay-per-views 1, 2, 3, or 4? And when I say them 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's in chronological order of earliest to greatest to oldest. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. Where do you want to start, Creed?
Let's go with 3.
3. All right. This is a good one. I banked this off a couple weeks ago. All right. You boys ready? This is where you're going to need your pen and paper here, boys, because we got a total of 8 matches on this card.
You also get one question.
Yes, Creed. So how this works, is you get one question. Everybody gets one question to ask, right? Before you answer.
Per card.
You have a 30-second time limit
for the whole thing, or
you get one question for the entire
one question
event.
per card.
So one question for each
card.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You get one question. Damn it, this left fucking cheap ass Skull Candy headphones from Walmart, dog. This just went out, bro. Fuck.
Skull Candy, your ad
would go right.
Hold on, I'm making sure it's plugged in properly. Oh, that was my fault. It works. It works.
It
All right.
was user malfunction, Skull Candy.
So, all right. So here we go, boys. Here we go. All right, listen up. First match was a dark match, and that was the Motor City Machine Guns defeating Johnny Devine and Lance Hoyt.
Well, this is TNA. I'm not going to guess this at all.
Lance Hoyt, by the way, if everybody knows, at the ripe age of 31, he grew 6 inches and grew a bunch of hair. I don't know how. Don't ask me. All right. First match of the night was Petey Williams defeated Kaz. K-A-Z. Petey Williams defeated Kaz. Gail Kim, ODB, and Roxy defeated the Beautiful People. The Latin American Exchange defeated Team 3D. Awesome Kong defeated Serena Deeb. Awesome Kong defeated Josie Robinson as well in back-to-back matches. She pulled double duty. AJ Styles defeated Kurt Angle. And in your main event, Samoa Joe defeated Booker T, Christian Cage, Rhino, and Robert Roode. James Creed, do you know what year, what show, and what city this event took place in?
The year sounds like 2007.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Genesis 2007.
Okay. Do you know what
I'm
city?
not familiar. I do not know what city it took place in.
Throw a
I'm
city at me.
from
Throw
overseas.
anything at me. Throw a city. Tupelo, Mississippi.
Let's go Tampa, Florida.
There we go. All right. So Noah, you got anything for me? What questions you got?
Was there a stipulation on the main event?
King of the Mountain match. You guys see our topic last week was King of the Mountain Creed in TNA. So this is a King of the Mountain match.
Oh,
Yeah.
This was a King of the Mountain match. I'm gonna say this is Bound for Glory 2011 in Chicago, Illinois.
Bound for Glory, eh? That's all right.
It's
Mikey.
one of two. It's either that one or the other one I was thinking.
Mikey, I don't care about the other one because you didn't answer that. Mikey, what you got?
I have Bound for Glory 2007 in Orlando, Florida, sir.
All right. And Chris, what do you have?
What time or what month did this take place?
June. Took place on June 8th.
Damn it.
So I think this is Slammiversary 2011.
Okay.
God damn it.
Where did it take place?
I'm going to say Orlando, Florida.
All right. So congratulations to Chris Thrasher. This event was Slammiversary. It took place, however, on 2008, June 8th, 2008, in South Haven, Mississippi. So Thrasher,
Where?
2008.
No, I said where.
horrible with
Oh,
impact.
South Haven, Mississippi.
Close. That's close to Tupelo.
Close to Tupelo. All right.
Tupelo and South Haven and greater Tupelo area. Your ad would go right.
We're looking for ads, Creed. If you know anybody who are looking for ads,
literally anything looking to be advertised.
You know what confused me? You know what's confused me with that question is Bobby Roode was in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I thought it was later. I thought it was.
Oh, this is long. Yeah.
So I picked this card. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Noah.
Oh no, I was just thinking because I felt like in my head, but it probably was Genesis 07 that Booker debuted. And then Bobby Roode in the main.
Yeah.
But it was long hair Bobby Roode.
So we started with 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 was my earliest, 4 was my latest. He chose 3, so we're gonna move to number 4 now, and it is on Noah. Noah, are you ready?
as ready as I can be. Let me pour
All
another
right.
one.
On the
Like,
pre-show,
strength.
Damian Sandow defeated Kofi Kingston. Cody Rhodes and Goldust defeated the Usos and the Shield. Fandango and Summer Rae defeated the Great Khali and Natalia. Big E Langston defeated Dean Ambrose by countout. CM Punk defeated Ryback. Los Matadores defeated the Real Americans. John Cena defeated Alberto Del Rio. AJ Lee defeated Brie Bella. And Randy Orton defeated Daniel Bryan in your main event. Questions, comments, concerns, Noah, Papa Prolific. What do you have for me?
Motherfuck. What year, show, and
It don't work like that, Sunshine. It don't work like that.
No, let me not ask that. The John Cena Alberto Del Rio match, was there a stip or a title on the line?
Yes, this was for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Motherfucker. That did not help me as much as I thought it would.
Any question, all season, every question you have asked, you immediately say that fucking didn't help me. No shit.
Did not help me as much as I thought it would.
All right, I'll throw a 30-second clock on. What do you have? Hurry up.
This has to be during that title reign. So I'm gonna go 2013.
Okay.
The main event.
I'll repeat.
So that was
main event was Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan.
So that means that had to be for the. Oh, never mind. I'm going SummerSlam 2013.
What city?
In Washington, D.C.
All right. Miami Mike. Saucy Slossy. Year, show, city.
I had 2014 SummerSlam. And I'm going to go with Utah. In the state. It was somewhere in the state of Utah.
In the state of Utah.
With the city in Salt Lake. It was around there.
Thrasher.
The greater Salt Lake area.
Now, if I just ask what the pre-show was, does that count what my question is? I just want you to ask just repeat what the pre-show was.
No, I guess not. It was Damian Sandow versus Kofi Kingston. He defeated Kofi.
Oh, that was the only match on the pre-show?
Pre-show. Yeah.
Okay. Because you just kept listing them down. I thought they
were yeah. So I will tell you guys what's a pre-show and what's not a pre-show.
Okay.
So,
the main event, did it have a stipulation?
It did. The stipulation was for the vacant WWE Championship with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee.
Okay.
Creed, you smiling? You smiling?
Yeah. I know exactly what show this is.
I don't think it's SummerSlam, but I'm gonna have to go with SummerSlam.
What year?
2014.
Okay. Where at?
The Gund Arena in Cleveland, Ohio.
So, Creed, just so you know, the Gund Arena is our favorite arena in the world because the first time we did this show, Thrasher guest City, we never had arenas. And then City, he guessed the show, the year, and the Gund Arena, and it was all correct. So we said, you know what? We're adding the arenas in. So Gun Arena, SummerSlam 14. All right, Creed, tell me what year,
Hell in a
what show?
Cell, 2013, Miami, Florida, at the American Airlines Center, baby.
All right, ladies and
You should have
gentlemen.
all known this. Goddamn.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show was in 2013. It was the Hell in a Cell event. It was in Miami, Florida, because your boy sat third row for that show and on the aisle, and I got to give Triple H the middle finger to his face, and it felt so good after he fucked over Daniel Bryan. And I was so angry, and I told the Usos to go fuck themselves. I told Jack Swagger to go fuck himself, and I even got a high five from Shawn Michaels. All right, that was the great, and I got to take home my chair, and I still have my chair. All right, so that was a great show. So Creed, you strike out with 3 points right there. Good job, my boy. This is why we invited you on the show.
We strike out.
I'll respectfully take my one.
And you, Mr. Noah, will take your one. All right, Miami Mike, it's on you, and we're taking it back, all the way back. All right, you boys ready? So this one's a little different, and I will answer questions as this one goes because I'm gonna give you guys either some half points on this, or we'll see how this goes. So there was no pre-show. First match was Taka Michinoku versus defeated Brian Christopher. Los Boricuas defeated the Disciples of Apocalypse. Butterbean.
Oh, the racist guys.
Butterbean defeated Mark Marrow by disqualification. The New Age Outlaws defeated LOD, not to be confused with LOD 2000, just LOD. Triple H defeated Sergeant Slaughter. Jeff Jarrett defeated The Undertaker by disqualification. Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated The Rock. And Ken Shamrock defeated Shawn Michaels by disqualification for the championship. What show, what year, and what city? Miami Mike.
It was 1997, In Your House Degeneration X. I do not know where. I'm going to go with the Boys and Girls Club of America of Athens, Georgia, where this took place.
You said Athens, Georgia?
I did.
All right. Miami, Chris Thrasher, year, show.
What month did this take place?
This took place in December.
Fuck, December. I should have said something like fucking Poughkeepsie or some fucking.
I think it is In Your House, Degeneration X. I think it's 97, but I don't remember it being in 97. Fuck. All right. I'm going to go with 97, but I think it was in Hartford, Connecticut.
That's probably a better guess.
For some reason, Hartford sticks out. That's the reason why I asked what month it is.
James Creed.
So I'm also counting in my answer as In Your House Degeneration X, 1997. I want to say it's somewhere in Massachusetts.
Oh, that's a good.
I remember watching this literally last week. And it's not like a Boston, Massachusetts or anything. It's like a smaller town. Screw it. I'm throwing it out there. Springfield, maybe? I don't know.
All right. And Noah.
So I guess we all have the same answer. Is In Your House, Degeneration X, 97. My town, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a coincidence. So I'm gonna go.
This is why the show takes so long.
I'm gonna go Worcestershire, man.
There you go.
There you go. That's a good place. All right. So you're going Worcestershire?
Worcestershire?
Sure.
All right, cool. Hey,
Sauce
Creed.
place.
Hey, Creed, can
Yo.
you give me, do you know the name of the venue? If I had to ask you the name of the venue.
Well, I'm gonna I know it's the smaller venue.
It's a municipal center.
It's a municipal center.
Some sort of civic center, I'd have to guess.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking Springfield
Garden?
fucking civic center. I
All right.
guess.
So,
I
ladies
don't
and gentlemen,
fucking
for the
know.
first time in the history of this show, a guest has gone 4 for 4, and he's getting
Fuck
all
yeah.
4 points. This took place at the Springfield
Oh,
Civic
no
Center
way.
in Springfield, Massachusetts.
No way.
December 7, 1997. This was D-Generation House in your house. Dude, you are a fucking monster. All right. So,
pulled it out of my ass.
Well, at
I
least
knew
we
it was
got 2
someplace in
points.
Massachusetts. I just
yes. Everybody
Working.
gets 2 points except for our boy. He gets all 4 points. I don't give out 4 points, but you get 4 points today just because you're my favorite wrestler on the Indies. All right.
Hey.
So, last card. Who's up? Who's up? This
Me.
would be
Thrasher.
Yep, Thrasher. All right, Thrash, you ready?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our final card of the night. So here we go. Oof, 9 matches. Mang defeated the Barbarian to open up the show. This was not a dark match, obviously. Mang defeated the Barbarian.
Noah goes, God damn.
Public Enemy defeated the Dancing Fools. Yo, Thrasher's favorite wrestler. Who was
Alex
it,
Wright. Alex Wright and Disco
Motherfucking
Inferno.
Alex Wright.
Alex Wright.
The Wunderkind.
The best wrestler ever. The Public Enemy defeated the Dancing Fools. Saturn defeated Canyon and Raven. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Psychosis. Stevie Ray defeated Chavo Guerrero Jr. Steve McMichael defeated Brian Adams. Juventud Guerrera defeated Chris Jericho. And this is why Juventud came back and lost to Chris Jericho in 2022. Makes sense, close the storyline.
50-50
Goldberg won a battle royal by eliminating the Giant last. And DDP and Jay Leno defeated Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. This should be a hand to you guys. What city, place? Oh, what do we got, Thrasher?
Oh boy. What was the venue an outdoor at an event?
That's the question you're gonna ask. You're such a piece of shit. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I was gonna say he can't answer that.
So funny. Good.
That's bull-
Because
that's
now
bullshit,
everybody
'cause
just has
when
to
I
guess
asked-
the year. That's all you gotta do is guess the year at this point.
But now here's the thing, though. There's like 2 different names that they called it.
Yeah, that's what
There is.
There is. It's. Are you gonna hold us?
Oh, we
Once
lost
he said,
Creed.
yeah.
We
So
lost
once
Creed.
he said Leno, oh damn.
Oh,
there
there
he
he is.
is.
He's back. He's back. All right. So go ahead, Thrasher.
Because there's 2 different names.
There is 2 different names.
I think this one is 1998 WCW Hog Wild.
It was like that too on the pay-per-view. There was a question mark. It was weird.
Yeah.
Hog Wild, maybe?
And where did it take place? Where did it take place?
In Sturgis, South Dakota.
All right. What do you have, Mr. Creed?
I also think it's 1998. And since it's at Sturgis, I know that, South Dakota. I don't think it's Hog Wild. It makes sense that it's Road Wild 1998.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I think.
No.
Is that
I
the
think
is that the
I'm-
Mandela effect? Is that the Mandela effect? Am I going crazy? Or was there not a pay-per-view that was called Hog Wild?
There was.
Was okay. So my question is, My question is, in regards to the logo of the pay-per-view,
Okay.
was there any blue in it?
That's a weird fucking blue, bro. It's a weird blue. It's not really blue. It's kind of almost a turquoise blue. I'm gonna say the fuck Jerry cap on James Creed is almost the same color here.
So I'm also going Road Wild 98 at the most racist city in America, probably. It's probably up there. Sturgis, South Dakota, wherever the fuck.
All right. So, and then what about you? You going the same way, Saucy?
Yeah, 98 Road Wild, Sturgis, South Dakota.
All right. So
shout out to Booker T and Harley.
All right.
For what they went through.
Thrasher.
For what they put Sturgis, the entire city of Sturgis through.
Thrasher. The only thing I see is, you guys remember that movie where Chris Rock decided to ride a motorcycle with all the old guys, and they just go ride. What was it called?
Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs. I didn't see Booker T as that.
That's fucking great.
Oh man.
All right, so great. Real quick, all right, Thrasher, I'm sorry, you're the only one to get 2 points there. It was not Hog Wild, it was Road Wild in 1998 in Sturgis.
But wait, there is Hog Wild.
There is a thing, but that's why I asked the question I asked, because I know Road Wild had that weird blue in the fucking logo.
See,
Hog, I think, was like an orange.
When was Hog Wild, Slauson?
Okay, I'm just gonna put in Hog Wild or Road
96. Hog Wild took place in 96, and then it became Road Wild.
That's
Hog Wild, but is Hog Wild, does it have like an orange logo?
Yeah, orange and blue when Hulk Hogan's posing.
Yeah, that's the 96.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
All right, so you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to add up and divvy up the points really quick.
I should still be winning.
I should still be winning. Florida Lottery. Your ad could go right here, mentioning winning.
All right.
Any random scratch
what do you guys
off
want to talk about?
We're talking about trying to get a sponsorship from the Florida Lottery here.
Yeah.
Any random scratch off company.
Any sponsorship we fucking can.
Literally any random scratch off company. Your ad could go right here when we mention winning of any sort. I also want to shout out James Creed for his boots. Very choice. I'm a big boots guy. Very choice boots.
Thank you.
Yeah, your gear, dude. We'll if you want to, we can shout out your gear, dude. Your gear is great.
Yeah, he does have great gear.
So my past 3 gear lines, I have gone through Break Night Creative. He is out of Minnesota, and he is very phenomenal. He is a professional wrestler, or was a professional wrestler. I know he's on like some sort of hiatus right now, but he is very backed up right now. So, but yeah.
Yeah, no, he's solid.
Also,
he a couple guys.
There he is.
All right. So, here we go, boys. Did we lose Creed again? That's all right. Sorry, we're almost wrapped
up.
No,
I think he was still talking, but it was
back.
He's back. All right. We good? All right. Creed. All right. You're here. Okay, so we can hear you. Okay, so really quickly, Creed. The reason, so we're collecting points, right? It's a 10-week system that we're doing, and the winner at the end is going to get a gift from me. So really quickly, just so you're aware, I did not tell you who's in the lead and what the points are yet, because you have an option.
Mm-hmm.
You can either be the good guy and give your points to somebody, or you could tell them all to fuck off and they don't get your points because James Creed doesn't give shit out for free. He makes you earn it. All right. And that's the way I feel. So just so everybody's aware, James Creed came on this show and made everybody his bitch because James Creed walks away tonight with 10 points in total, while everybody else walks away with 5. All 3 walk away with 5. So, Creed, now is your time. Do you want to give your points to somebody else, or do you want to tell them to go fuck themselves?
There we go. Sorry. I just cut out again.
All good. Creed, so you have 10 points.
You heard what you just said.
You heard what I said to you?
I just heard that last bit that I have 10 points.
You have 10 points, which means you have the option to either give them to somebody or you can tell everybody go fuck off. Who would you, what's your option here? Do you want to give them out or you want to tell them to go fuck off? You're keeping your points and walking away. You won't break hearts. You'll actually make me happy if you tell them to go fuck off.
The baby face in me wants to give my points away.
To who?
That was old Creed. This new Creed.
Yes. I'm so happy.
All for me. All for me.
All
with a swerve. Fuck yeah, James.
Swerve. All right. So let's where we are at, boys and girls. Here we go. Updated points for everybody. So we know where we are sitting after tonight. Creed is not passing out his points, which is a beautiful thing. So
yes, it is.
So tonight, yeah, because if he did, he probably would have fucked you over. Just so you're aware. Thrasher, our baby boy Chris Thrasher, came in tonight at 19 points. Slauson was sitting at 17, and Noah was sitting at 15. So Noah,
I would like a recount.
Noah, you are now at 20 points. Slauson, you are at 22 points. And Thrasher, you are at 24 points.
I do have a legitimate
gripe.
I do think that my point total this evening should actually be 6.
Why is that?
However, so follow me. I got 1 point for the year on fucking, what card was that? I think it was the first one that we did.
The first one?
No, not that one.
The Slammiversary one?
No, not that one. What was the next one?
Because you ain't get shit for that. Hell in the
Cell.
Cell.
What was the next one?
The next one.
I got 2013. I did get 2013.
You did?
And then D-Generation X 97. That's 2.
You got 97
and then
and
the
DX
last one
in your house.
Yeah, that's 2. So that's 3 in total. And then the last one, which was Road
6.
Wild 98.
You're at 6. I apologize. You are at 6.
Exactly.
Holy shit. You are at 6. My
Oh, it's even closer now. Noah 21, Chris 22. Let's see what happens.
All right.
I'm gonna book a guest on the.
I just you know
the points. I'm gonna work it, brother.
I love it. I love it. All right. Yo, this has been. God, let me tell you something. Every week I keep saying this. This is the best episode we've done.
So I'm at 24, right?
You are at 24 points. Slauson's at 22, and Noah's at 21. And Creed has told everybody to fuck off.
Good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let Creed take us out of here. Like, this is it, boys and girls. This has been the Wrestling Paradox Podcast, aka 3 Dads in a Batch. We are working on bringing you a brand new logo. We're bringing you a brand new whole show. AEW has said that they want to change the way you watch wrestling. We want to change the way you watch a podcast. I think we got something working and something cooking here. This has been fun. This has been awesome. And like I said, every week I say it, it's been the best show we had. So Creed, thank you for coming on. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. As always, this is my second time interviewing you. And man, I truly feel like I always look at wrestlers like, damn, I want to see that guy succeed. I want to see him do it. It's you, Creed. When you're fucking in WWE, please do not forget us. Please,
never.
Dude, wear our shit to the ring. Do it.
I gotta get some. I never got my shirt.
Yes, you do. Actually, I got to send you out. So we're working on some new shit. I'll send you the shirt, but I'm going to request I'm building a new dungeon kind of deal in my new house. So I need a James Creed 8x10 sign to put up on the wall. So please.
I'm actually in the process of getting new 8x10s made.
So once you get that made, send it out to me.
The new elbow drop.
There you go.
So
you go.
I got you.
So Creed,
before
this is your time.
I just want to shout out again my trainer Hunter Payne and the Southland Championship Wrestling Academy. If you guys are, or if anybody, any independent wrestler, anybody is ever in the Southern Illinois area, hit me up on Facebook. Hit up Hunter Payne on Facebook, and we'll get you in here. Yeah, I love this place. It's my home away from home.
Can you cut me a promo real quick? Can you give me a little minute promo on the way out?
Okay. Doesn't matter who you are. Chris, Joe, Slauson, Noah. When you come at the sharpshooter, you better not miss. Because in the end, you're going to be staring down the barrel. And once that's all said and done, I have you in my crosshairs. And it'll be a bullseye for the 1, 2, 3. Welcome to my crosshairs.
Yes.
So
yes.
dope. So
James
dope.
Creed gives me the energy that I want. I'm gonna go fucking pound 225 on the bench real quick. Give me a second. Yo.
Hell yeah, baby. You got
right.
230. You got 230.
You're a monster. You're a monster, Creed. You're a monster. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Wrestling Paradox Podcast. This has been another beautiful night. James Creed, Papa Prolific, Chris Slauson, Timothy Slauson, Chris Slauson.
Hi, Dad.
AKA,
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Slossy, and the one and only Thrash Daddy. I am your man, dude, Daddy Swolsive. Man, I'm just biting all over my words right now. Yo, let's get out of here because I am exhausted, boys. Slauson, Threes here. Am I doing it? Thrasher, say something stupid.
Something stupid.
This guy, bro. Every fucking time. Every time.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
End the recording. End the recording, you prick.